I have such an appreciation for the things you can't buy and stuff that you have to earn. We had to earn this. Forget about how you get to the playoffs, but just to earn a right to get to the playoffs, you can't buy it. You can't influence it. We got all the money in this locker room. We can't influence anything. You have to actually earn it just to get into the playoffs. And I have such an appreciation for that.
Go Heat! Let's go Heat! I the Heat! I the Heat!
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What they do? What they do? This is the Heat Hour on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm your host, Ajani, the Heat fan from the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Thank you for joining me on a special afternoon, playoff afternoon, as we know the playoffs are going on right now. And the Miami Heat have made the playoffs. Yes, y'all, it is all about the Miami Heat. It is the Heat Hour. So thanks for joining me here on another great day on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all know what to do. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the channel because we're going to continue to bring new content like the Heat Hour. Today we're going to discuss last night's game versus the Chicago Bulls. I will be grading the Miami Heat for what they did in their performance last night that got us into the playoff as the 8th seed, as we will be facing the Boston Celtics tomorrow at 1 a.m. Eastern time. But also we'll be going live tomorrow for the GOAT James Kingdom show at 12 noon Eastern. So you guys make sure to check us out there as well. So shout out to everybody that's right here supporting me in my Heat Hour, because, you know, I'm a big basketball fan. I try to keep GOAT James Kingdom about the GOAT debate and stick to that content, but we are broadening our content in GOAT James Kingdom. So I feel it's best to come up and talk about our Heat. Shout out to Straight Primo. I appreciate you for joining me. But today is about the Heat, y'all. We're not going to talk about nothing else because it is the Heat Hour and it is time to get it on. I'm going to grade my team. We had a great victory last night versus the Chicago Bulls. It was great. It was wonderful. It went exactly how I wanted it to go. It was definitely a great game for us. We're in the playoffs. Shout out to the Miami Heat. What's good? What's good? What up, John? Oh, your Chicago Bulls, man. The Chicago Bulls, man. But it's the playoffs, y'all. It is the playoffs. Are you guys ready for the playoffs? The Heat are there. We made it. We are about to have a blast here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining me. This is the Heat Hour. I am your host, Ajani, the exposer from the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all hit that subscribe button because I will be doing content for our Heat throughout the playoffs, because we're about to make another run, y'all. I know a lot of people don't think we can, but we will actually do it. And last night's game was a perfect example of how great of a team we are and how much good basketball we play right here down here in Miami. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get right to it. We're going to talk about the Miami Heat and how we performed yesterday. You know how I do here, but you know, with the way I talk basketball, I love my Heat, so y'all gonna really see it. He said, I hope the Heat kill it this year. Thank you. I appreciate that. We need it, man. We need it. Listen, we are facing Boston for the 3rd straight year in the playoffs, and I believe this is the 4th time in like the 5 years. I think it's the fourth time in 6 years, something like that. It is crazy how many times we played Boston. They are always the team we have to worry about, even back since when we had Wade. But it's not about Boston today. We're going to talk about Chicago, and we're going to talk about what the Heat did versus Chicago. All right? And it was a great game last night. It started off hot. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game. We ended up putting up some points. Chicago just couldn't hit their jumpers last night. They were really off, but we came out firing. And we came out firing because Spo came with the right game plan, the right strategy. He did the right thing. He inserted Jaquez Jr. in the starting lineup. He felt comfortable with Jaquez, and we're going to talk about Jaquez as well. But Spo was the man. Shout out to Spo. He did his thing. A+ to Spo. I had no issues with yesterday's game. Our team played the way we played. Now, we do have some offensive deficiencies, which is nothing new. You guys can clearly see the way the Miami Heat are playing that we have our spurts, man. We get hot, but then we can get really cold real quick. We can make some real mistakes. We can get some real bad plays. It could get really hard for us, to do the things that we have to do on offense because we don't have a point guard. It is that simple. We do not have somebody that can get the ball up the floor throughout the game consistently and get us in our sets and our offense for us to have the right plays. It is going to be a problem throughout the playoffs. But the way we play team basketball, our cohesiveness, the way we come together, we are headed to give Boston a true problem, and Spo's going to be the reason why. They're going to come up with a great game plan against Boston, and we're just going to have to execute as a team. So Spoelstra gets an A+ for his performance yesterday, because as you guys know, the Heat did a great job across the board. We did a great job all the way. I can't really complain about nothing. The only thing that I can say is that we had more turnovers than them, but we didn't have that much turnovers to where it was a problem. But other than that, we were good to go. Spoelstra did his thing, so shout out to Spoelstra. Yes, he gets an A+ for what he did because Spoelstra did his thing yesterday. So definitely proud of that. I'm proud of that. But let's get to the key of it, because everybody was saying that for the Heat to win last night, obviously without Jimmy Butler, without Terry Rozier, we were going to need certain guys to step up. Everybody said something about Bam stepping up, but obviously the guy that's supposed to step up in this scenario is obviously Tyler Hero. And what did Tyler Hero stepped up and gave us a good game. He gave us what I consider probably one of the best games we're going to get out of Tyler Hero when we're talking about overall game of what he did. He almost had a triple-double. He didn't take too many shots. He was efficient. Okay. He has his moments. Now, this is the thing I was saying about the point guard thing with Miami. This is one thing I noticed with watching that game last night, because I've always had these conversations with people about passing the ball and being a good point guard. And a lot of people just associate a point guard with just making simple passes and getting assists because they make simple passes. People don't realize the idea how great of a impact point guards have on the game, to have a really good elite point guard on your team. And Tyler Hero is a perfect example of that, because Tyler Hero could actually pass the ball. He makes flashy passes. Last night you saw him make a behind the back pass to Caleb Martin for a corner three, and it looks great. But there's a lot of times in the game you can tell he is just making passes at last minute resorts. And sometimes he makes it, sometimes it's a turnover, sometimes it's not. It's just it's all over the place. But that's the difference between a guy who has ball vision and actual play court understanding the floor and seeing the court good, and somebody who can just make a pass. Because that's the problem with Tyler Hero. He's good at making a pass, but he is not a good point guard. He does not get the ball into the right spots. He does not make the right plays. He doesn't move the ball correctly the way he's supposed to as a point guard. He's hesitant because he doesn't know if he's supposed to pass or shoot. That combo guard stuff is really hard. You have to be elite at one or the other, and he's really elite at just being a shooting guard. But man, I really saw it in him yesterday about how difficult it is to really be an elite point guard and to have one of those guys that can set your offense up every possession like a true point guard. And Tyler Hero did his thing even though outside of that. So I gave him an A+ because we were balling from the beginning. He was the floor general. He was doing his thing. So shout out to him. He gets an A+. So I definitely like that about him. He's definitely good about that. Great redemption game for it was. It was a good game for him. He needed it. He really did need it. He really needed it. We needed it. And like I said, it was a very efficient game. He didn't just chuck up a bunch of shots trying to be hero ball like we all know hero does sometimes. He actually played within the offense. And again, it was great. But again, he's able to do all of that because again, we do have a great team. Now, the guy that everybody else said was supposed to step up and really everybody's waiting to see step up on the offensive side was Bam. And Bam, for me, I give Bam a B because obviously looking at his numbers, he had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. It doesn't seem like he did too much yesterday or what he normally does, but obviously Bam does a lot on the court that is not measured by these simple stats that I'm throwing at you. But he still had a good game. You know, he was aggressive early to show Chicago they had to worry about him. He took his 3-point shots when they left him open. He made one of them, so that helps. You see what I'm saying? And just him being on the floor in general changes so much. His ability to set screens, his ball court vision is incredible. He understands how to set screens. He understands where to be at, where his man should be at, and he's great at that. So that's why he gets a B. I know a lot of people want to see Bam be Bam, but Bam is just not that guy, man. Bam is if the guys got it going like last night, everybody had it going on. he's going to play the team game. He's going to move the ball. He's going to set his screens. He's going to do his things. He's not going to overplay himself on offense, which I think a lot of people want to see more of him. But we'll see that in the playoffs. It's going to be needed. He gets the B. He did a great job. So shout out to Bam. I appreciate Bam and what he does. This is, again, listen, we got a great shot, y'all. We got a great shot at beating Boston. And it's gonna take a whole collective group of guys playing well to do it. And Bam's gonna be a part of it, so is Tyler Hero. But the key to last night's game was neither of these two guys, to be honest with you. It was Mr. Jaquez Jr. Yes, it was. It was Jaquez Jr. Jaquez Jr. had a great game last night. To be inserted into the lineup in a pressure game. Now, we were at home, where he feels very comfortable. He's very loved down here, and he felt comfortable, and I think that's why I gave Spoelstra the A+, because Spoelstra understood that. We were coming back home. It was the perfect time to give Jaquez the floor, let him be that guy, that third catalyst to helping us get our offense going, and he did it. He was aggressive. He was on the boards. He was moving the ball. He was doing everything that we need to be a Miami Heat team and to do the things that we do. He has a high IQ. He did do 4 years in college, so he understands the game of basketball very well. He just needs to understand the professional game, and he's learning that, like I told you guys, he's one of those guys that's played a lot of games this year, who was a part of being in and out of the starting lineup, so he is definitely gotten into rhythm with the Heat and understanding his role, and now his role has stepped up bigger, and he stepped up. He stepped up, so shout out to Jaquez Jr., man. So he gave us 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Is he going to do this continuously? No. But all we need is to give us the 15 to 18 points per game, which he can do from here on out. Knowing that we're not going to have Jimmy Butler, he can be the guy that can do it. He has a lot of mismatch advantages. There's guys that are too small for him that they could put on him. Pause. That he can just body and bully his way to the rim and do those things, because he's very crafty at the angles and drive into the lane. He can hit the jump shot. He can do a step back, and then if you put a big person on him, he's quick enough to go around that guy. So he's definitely a mismatch and a great usage for the Miami Heat, and his usage rate is gonna go up, and we're gonna see him do a lot of big things for us from here on out. And I can't wait to see it, because listen, we need to see this, because a lot of people don't believe in us. But we believe in it. We believe in the Heat. We believe in each other. We believe in us. We believe in the culture.
Go Heat. Let's go Heat. I the Heat. I the Heat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we are definitely the team to be worried about in the playoffs. As y'all can see, the playoffs has started, y'all. It is on and popping, man. Hopefully y'all are ready. I'm about to get ready to watch the game with the wife here in a few minutes. Not in a few minutes, but in a little bit. But it's going to be a great playoffs, man. And Jaquez Jr. is going to help us get there. So I gave him an A+ for his performance, as his performance was stellar last night. And I hope he continues to perform this way. I really do. I hope he continues to perform good. And that way we're ready to go. So with that being said, you see the 3 key players that we had. I had 2 A+ and a B. And then our coach had an A+. Obviously, we dominated the game last night. We won by 21 points at 112 to 91. I believe that was the score. We went on a 20. I think it was a 24-2 run in the first quarter. All right, it was something like that. We were down like 11-6, and then all of a sudden we were up. Like 30 to 13. It was ridiculous. We went on a serious run. It was crazy. But that's what we do in Miami. That's what, again, we can get hot very easy. We can get hot very fast, and we can do some big things when we moving the ball and shots are falling. Duncan Robinson got on the floor as well last night, which I was proud to see, because I think Duncan Robinson is going to be a great help to all of this. So now that you guys got the key guys in this, we're going to talk about the whole supporting cast and the total team grade. Obviously, I give us an A+ as a team. We played great basketball across the board. Jovic came in and did what I've seen from Jovic this year, which is a lot of improvement from the beginning of the season, from last year to this season, and then from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. I've seen some improvement for Jovic. So he gets a B. Martin, I'm giving Caleb Martin a C, because he didn't play bad. He didn't play great. So that's the thing with him. He just played. He just did his thing. He was just there. It wasn't his game. It could have been his game, but it wasn't. And maybe he'll have, game 1 against Boston. Maybe he'll have another game against Boston to show out and do his thing. Because I do believe Caleb Martin is going to be needed from here on out for us to actually win. to beat Boston. We're going to need all of these guys. Highsmith stepped up again. He gets a B minus. He was close to getting the A with the way he plays, but he's so reckless. But that's what we need him to be. That's why he's on the floor. You need a guy like that. He's a hustler. He tries. He goes for jump balls. He dives for balls. He goes for steals. He ripped Cody White, I believe it was Cody White, but or DeRozan one time, real clean. So he did his thing yesterday. He's taking the 3-pointers that they're giving him. They're not falling like we would like, but hey, he has to take them. He's not hesitant. So that's why he gets a B minus. Kevin Love came and played A plus. If I give him a A plus, I'm giving Kevin Love an A plus plus. Having Kevin Love on the floor at any time is great for us because he does so many great things. Just being a veteran and being cerebral. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, again, with us, we know how to hide all our players' weaknesses. So even though Kevin Love is not as great as he was, let's just say 10 years ago, he is still serviceable for us. He can give us that 10 to 15 minute stretch and help us out. And last night, I think he had over 10 free throws. Because I remember at one point he was 10 for 10 and from the free throw line. That's how crafty he is. That's what those veteran type players do. That's why we have him. DeLon Wright, another C. DeLon Wright just gets minutes because Spoelstra likes him. I'm just gonna speak it up. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. They just put DeLon Wright on the floor because they just need a body. He doesn't trust Patty Mills, and I don't blame him because Patty Mills thinks he's Tony Parker. He tries to take over games when he's not supposed to, but he likes this guy Wright. Right? Again, he didn't play bad. He didn't play good. He just was on the floor. But he played less minutes this time. But he did contribute. He did help. And then obviously Duncan Robinson coming up and stepping up and getting some minutes after missing several games before this one. And now he's back. Seems like he's healthy. Let's hope he can stay healthy because we're going to need him versus Boston. His 3-point shooting it scares everybody in the league. It scares everybody. When Duncan Robinson is running around and he's getting around the screen or he's getting that dribble handoff, you are worried about him shooting that ball. He has a quick release. He has one of the most deadliest 3-pointers in the NBA. So he's going to be needed. He's going to stretch the floor for us. He's going to do so much for Miami. We're really going to need him. It's going to be a big thing. So let's make this happen. So what up, Travis? Shout out to Travis, man. Yes, let's see. Again, I don't know who's hated more, Boston or Miami. I think Boston is probably hated more than Miami. But it's about to be a great playoffs. It is about to be a great playoffs. So I hope y'all are ready, man. We saw Cleveland had a good showing against Orlando in their home debut playoff game. So that shows good. That shows promise for them. But again, this is the Heat hour, y'all. We talk about the Heat. We're not talking about nothing else. It's all about my Miami Heat. It's not about LeBron James. It's not about Jeffrey and their zesty fans. It's not about none of that. It's about the Heat. Winning! This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we keep telling y'all, okay? This is the Heat hour. All right? This is what we all about here. This is the Heat hour, and we don't play those games. We're talking about Chicago, how we whooped Chicago last night. This is what we're doing here on the GOAT James Kingdom Platinum during the Heat hour. This is what we do. This is the Heat hour, y'all. Y'all got to show some respect to my Heat.
Go Heat. Let's go Heat. The Heat.
Y'all got to show some respect. Show some respect. Because we about to do some dangerous things. We about to do some dangerous things. Because the playoffs is there. Did y'all please, y'all, go ahead and hit the poll and let me know what y'all think about who's going to be the key factor for the Heat. I think it's going to be Spo because we're going to need a whole cast of players. We're going to need everybody to play well because we're going to be playing against Boston, y'all. And when I'm talking about we're playing Boston, we're playing Boston. This is the Boston Celtics that everybody is not giving enough credit to. This team is good. We haven't beat them all year. So starting tomorrow, 1 p.m., it's really 0-0. Everybody's record is 0-0. The regular season record don't matter. Only thing that matters in the regular season that it got you to this point right here. So now it's time to actually show and prove. So Boston is going to have to show and prove tomorrow because a lot of people don't think that they're anything. Some people have some intrepidations about Boston versus Miami because of what we've been through with them and all of the stuff that's happened throughout the years. But obviously we don't have Jimmy. And everybody know we need playoff Jimmy, or they think we need playoff Jimmy to advance anywhere in the playoffs. But we're going to prove y'all wrong. We are going to prove y'all wrong. So tomorrow at 1, I'm going to be ready to watch my Heat play. All right, shout out to you, Cuba. Thank you for responding. Yeah, you know what? Jaquez Jr. will be a great factor. He will be a great factor, and we're gonna need him. And I like the young man. He's not that young. He's not like the 18 or 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds that come into the league as a rookie. He's a 23-year-old guy. He's played 4 years in college. He has experience. He's a little bit older. He's a little bit more mature, and that's why he drafted him. And it's surprising that a lot of teams passed him up for us to be able to grab him, but we got him, and he is going to be a factor. I agree with you. That is a great take by you, Cuba. I appreciate that. Yeah, last night was funny. Yeah, If you guys get a chance, you make sure you guys get a chance, man. Check out last night's Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. As I put somebody else in the dugout as usual. Jordan fans can't handle the information that's provided. But again, this is not about LeBron and Jordan. It's about the Heat and Biscayne in June and how we're gonna get to the finals this year. This is what today's show's about. It's the Heat Hour. I don't want to talk about those other things. I want to talk about my Miami Heat and how we have to beat Boston, because Boston is a problem. Boston is a problem. We have a big task ahead of us with Boston. This is not going to be easy. So just to give you a little heads up on what's about to happen, you know we play them tomorrow, but this is the slate. We play them tomorrow at 1 on ABC, and then we play Wednesday night on TNT. All right, and then we play again on Saturday. So we got 3 games this week. They're spreading us out. They're giving us time to actually adjust. A lot of people are going to wonder what Boston's going to do. Their head coach is also on the hot seat. Not necessarily to be fired, but people are going to be watching. They're all being scrutinized. They're going to scrutinize Jason Tatum. They're going to scrutinize Jaylen Brown. They're going to scrutinize this team because everybody expects Boston to play well and be there because they've been the good team all year long, and here is Miami on our way. So we're going to have a great, great, great time. So after tomorrow's show, right, you guys can come catch me on Monday night because we're gonna do the Heat Hour on Monday night, and we're gonna grade the performance of the Heat after what we do to Boston in Game 1. So y'all make sure to catch me on Monday night with the Heat Hour because we're gonna have some fun. But back to Boston in Game 1. It's tomorrow, 1 p.m. We have to figure something out. We have to beat Boston. They are going to come at us, but I'm very confident because it's all about the Heat.
Go Heat. Let's go Heat. The Heat.
It's about my Miami Heat, man. We are seriously gonna do some big things, man. Yes, Jimmy Butler is out indefinitely. He's not gonna come back. He has the same injury that basically Embiid had. He has a sprained MCL that takes weeks to actually heal and to recover from. So I don't see him coming back at all. Unless we make the finals. I would say that's when we can see him. Shout out to you. What up, Goat James? Peace, Chris. Thank you for joining me to talk about my Heat. As y'all know what we do here in the Goat James Kingdom platform. What up, Travis? I think a huge key will be making Tatum work on both ends. Can Highsmith and Martin play big in Jimmy's absence? That's a big thing, and not let Tatum conserve energy. That's the thing. You know what? Because Tatum has been conserving a lot of energy. Because he hasn't been needed to do that much, because Boston is really a good team, and they play really good team basketball. So you're right. They're gonna have to do something with Tatum, but we still have to worry about Porzingis. We have to worry about Derek White. I called him Derek Carr last time. We have to worry about Derek White. You know what I'm saying? We have to worry about all these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be an easy task. It's going to take a team collective thing. We're gonna play the zone a lot. So they're going to get a lot of threes. They're going to shoot a lot of 3 balls. And we're going to have to play them very well. I hope Rozier can come back straight, Primo. That would be phenomenal. If we can get him back, that would help out. He has a neck injury. You know that he is kind of like Bill Belichick. We don't really tell you too much about the injuries. We put the injury because we have to put it on the report. He just has a neck injury. I don't know what's going to happen. But it's going to be a great matchup. Chicago versus Miami is going to be great. The first round of the playoffs are going to be epic. We might see a bunch of Game 7s in the first round. 7-game series. It could be that. It could be that. Shout out to y'all, man. I see y'all in the comments supporting one another, man. Y'all do y'all thing, man. I be seeing all y'all boys, man. I see y'all on FYF. I catch y'all on AWeezy Bang. I see y'all on SB Talk Sports. Some of y'all be even with the locker room. Shout out to all those channels, man. You guys all do a great job supporting real basketball talk, and thanks for supporting us here in the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all know y'all already subscribers, but y'all hit that like button, share the content, let Heat fans know about this. You see what I'm saying? Go on to Facebook, go on to TikTok, go on to Discord, go to Instagram, let them people know. Say, hey, Johnny's starting the Heat Hour. Let the Heat fans know. Okay, I'll be doing the show, like I said. I'll be doing the show actually, which was today and also Monday night. So we're gonna continue to broaden our content. We're still gonna do what we do in GOAT James Kingdom. We're not gonna change that up. It is still going to be every Sunday noon Eastern time with Brandon and I. We're gonna do the GOAT James Kingdom show this Sunday after the Lakers win tonight. So we're gonna have some fun with that. So I'm feeling good as a basketball fan. My Heat are looking good. Lakers are looking good. Everything is looking good on my behalf, baby. This is what we do. Everything is looking good for me over here on this end. But this is the Friday. I mean, this is not the Friday. This is the Heat Hour.
This is GOAT James Kingdom,
and this is the Heat Hour. This is what it is. This is the Heat Hour, and we are talking playoffs. Are you guys watching the NBA? When did you start watching the NBA? Because a lot of you guys don't even watch the games. See what I'm saying? But we are about to have some fun because Boston is the team to worry about. But again, I think we're gonna give Boston a run for their money. We have to win one of these two games if we're gonna do anything against Boston. So I say, I would say we're gonna win game one because Boston is rested. They haven't got a chance to play in a while. They've been cruising a few days. In Miami, we've been hustling. So I think the game is gonna be. It's going to predicate on how the refs let the game go in the beginning. If they play it tight, then we might not win tomorrow. But if they let it go, if they let it be a playoff type atmosphere game, I think Boston's going to have trouble. They're going to have to play their A game to beat us. And I think we're going to be prepared for them because, like I said, I think Spo's going to have a great game plan for them. I think Spo's actually been already game planning for all of this. I think Spo's already. That's why I kind of love Spo. I think Spo's already game planned all the scenarios, whether he was going to play the Knicks. He knew everything what he was going to do. He had a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. So I think we're going to do a great job against them. But Boston is hated, man. People don't like Boston, man. People want to see Boston lose. People want to make fun of Jason Tatum. They want to go at him for some reason. I don't know why people do that, but it don't matter. It really don't matter because winning. It's all about my Miami Heat, man. It's all about my Miami Heat. And like I said, it's sad. We're not going to have Jimmy Butler on the floor, but we're going to have him on the sidelines, on the bench. And he's going to help us win, man. And I think we're going to do a great job against them. So, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Again, share the content. Let folks know what's going on here. You guys know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to start new stuff. So this is the new thing. It is the Heat Hour. All right, I'll be back on a Monday night to talk about the Heat after we play Boston in Game 1 tomorrow. So let folks know about the Heat Hour. All right, this is where I'm going to come up and let people speak. I'm going to actually put the link up if you guys want to speak to me about the games. Let's see what we can talk about. But again, I want y'all to know that we're expanding our content. So don't be afraid to actually become a member of the channel because we will also be dropping special content in specific with the Miami Heat for our members. Because the channel is still predicated off the GOAT debate and LeBron James's illustrious career. But obviously, we have some time and we have some ability to expand, and we're going to expand. I want to talk a lot more about my Miami Heat, and I want you guys to be involved. So I'll put the link up if anybody wants to join me. I'll give y'all a few minutes if anybody's here. Again, thanks for joining me on this Saturday afternoon, a special GOAT James Kingdom special show. Well, we don't do too many of those. You guys know Brandon and I always stick to what we do. We are consistent, but again, I will start doing this, and I will continue to do this. So I'll be back on Monday night for like I said, for game 1's recap and grade the team, and hopefully it's a victory and I can be proud of that. Because again, we're playing Boston Monday night, and then we'll have a couple of days off, which I think is very good for us. Because if hopefully Rozier can be ready by Wednesday. hopefully Rozier could be ready by Wednesday. That would be a great thing for us. So, yeah, man. So just recap, right? I gave Spoelstra an A+ for his performance as a coach yesterday. He's doing a great job. Shout out to Spo. So he gets an A+ for his performance. Tyler Hero as well gets an A+ for his performance and what he did last night. As you can see, he was 1 assist away from a triple-double. So he's stepping up. He's doing his thing. I appreciate it. Bam gets a B because Bam never really plays bad. He just plays within the system of the team and within the culture of what we do in Miami. But he is truly our leader. He does so many things on the basketball floor. It's immeasurable what he does. His intangibilities are just. I can talk for longer than an hour about what he does on the basketball court that we cannot measure with stats to a certain degree. And then obviously the player of the game was Jaquez. Jaquez stepped up and did his thing. Shout out to you, man. We're looking forward to more great performances from Jaquez because he doesn't seem to be rattled too much with the spotlight and what he's been asked to do with us here in the Heat. And the overall team grade is an A+, man. The Heat get an A+ for how we played yesterday. Sorry, John, your Chicago team sucks. Boo, Chicago! Boo, Chicago! Now listen, John. I know it's rough, John. I know it's rough because we always whooping on Chicago, man. We stay whooping on y'all, but that's what y'all get for beating us in 07 in a 7-game series sweep. Y'all whooped our behind and knocked out our championship chances to two-peat. So that's what you get. From here on out, I don't think we've ever lost to y'all ever since then. I think ever since then we've been beating y'all in the playoffs. Yeah, man. So again, man, listen, it is the Heat Hour with me, Ajani, the Exposer. I want to thank y'all. I'm actually gonna get up out of here because again, I don't think we have anybody that wants to talk too much about my Heat. But y'all go ahead and share the content. Let folks know about this Heat Hour. Like I said, I'll be doing this every Monday night to talk about our Heat, and I will be doing every so often. I'll be doing a post game when I can, so that you guys can enjoy the Miami Heat like I enjoy the Miami Heat. Winning. So again, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel. Y'all know what we do here. It is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani, the Exposer. I do big things with my Miami Heat here, and we're going to continue to do big things because this is what it's all about. It's all about the Heat, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. We're going to continue to show everybody why we're the best team. So, again, on Monday night, you guys can come and catch us right here at 8 p.m. I'll be right here again to do another show, to do a recap for that. If you guys know what to do tomorrow noon Eastern Time, we're going to do the GOAT James Kingdom show with Beasley and Ajani. And we're going to have a great show. We're going to talk about the GOAT. We're going to talk about the Lakers in the playoffs. I'll mention the Heat as well. So we'll have some fun there. Let's see what we got going on here. It's all about the Knicks. Sending shots. I'm about to get ready to watch that game with the wife. The wife and I are about to watch that in a couple of hours. Very soon. The game is coming up very, very shortly, man. So y'all make sure to check us out again on other platforms. We are on Facebook, TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Twitter. This is what we do. We are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani, the Exposer. I'm about to get up out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of the playoffs. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday afternoon special show. Like I said, make sure y'all come check us. Come check me out on the Heat Hour. And we're going to have some fun. So it's time to get up out of here. You guys have a great day. Peace and blessings.
Hey, put this one in the books. It's over. It's a wrap. Go Heat. Let's go Heat. I the Heat. I the Heat.
I should get some sleep. I should get some sleep.